In 2010, LAUMC made the commitment to worship fully, spend less, give more, and love all. Over the past 9 years, we have donated 100% of our Christmas Eve offerings to various outreach organizations as an act of extravagant generosity. Together, we have raised nearly $700,000 through Advent generosity. This year, we will continue to share God's generous love as we prepare for the birth of Jesus. LAUMC will continue our spiritual practice of generosity by having a goal in line with our new vision statement: connection, compassion, courage, that all may flourish. For this year's Advent Generosity, we are partnering with organizations that build flourishing communities. Compassion Week spreads wider compassion by offering hundreds of volunteer opportunities throughout the Bay Area for all ages and abilities. The vision of Compassion Week is to build a strong, compassionate, and empathetic community by creating service and social justice opportunities for people to expand their understanding of local and global needs. In 2019, Compassion Week grew through the partnership of Los Altos Community Foundation and neighboring faith communities and will continue to grow in 2020. This Advent, our goal is to raise $150,000 to share with the three organizations. It's a bold, brave, and courageous goal. Let's make God smile by giving generously so that all may flourish.
My name is Nadja Jackson. I work for Los Altos Community Foundation, and we support the communities of Los Altos Hills, and Mountain View. As you know, we were approached last year by the Compassion Week leadership team, who had a vision of an expanded Compassion Week and wanted to allow a larger number of volunteers to participate. Part of our mission is to inspire volunteerism and as well as to build community, so we signed on to be a partner, which meant that we contributed both financially and by being a part of the planning and execution team. You have an amazing planning and execution team here. It's pretty much unparalleled in anything I've seen, so bravo. So it's called Compassion Week, but this is my first year being involved in it, and I see the ripples flowing already throughout the year. We, as Los Altos Community Foundation, hosted a day where we had about 100 volunteers come, families with kids of all ages who were really excited for the opportunity for hands-on volunteer work. We decorated lunch bags for Hope's Corner, we built hygiene kits for the homeless, and then we did a couple of gratitude projects for our first responders in our community. One of the Los Altos police officers who came and spent pretty much the whole day with us, I guess it was a quiet day in Los Altos, he was helping us with the kits and moving things around and talking to kids and showing the inside of his police vehicle and just, expanding understanding in that way. And he expressed sadness at one point that sometimes he's called to protect and serve somebody in the community who doesn't need to be arrested, so doesn't need his help that way, and maybe refuses other services. And he said, if I had one of these kits or a few of these kits in my car, maybe I could at least continue a conversation or build a relationship with a neighbor in need. And as a result of that conversation, I contacted the police captain, and now all of the Los Altos police cars have hygiene kits in them. And we'll be replenishing those throughout the year, as they hand them out. So in addition to that, one of our youth philanthropy kids who was there that day asked, she's also studying to be an EMT in addition to being in high school because, she doesn't have enough to do. So she took about 40 kits as well, and she'll continue to replenish them. And so she's got those in San Jose, which is where she's serving, learning to be an EMT. The other thing that affected me very personally, but also on a professional level from the foundation, was we were part of a conversation, a community dinner at the Day Worker Center in Mountain View, where we brought together traditionally housed residents to be in conversation with vehicle residents there. I'm sure many of you have seen in the news, obviously, there's housing shortages and there's really families in crisis very, very close to us. And hearing firsthand the struggles of what it is that they actually need helped our board members and some of our donors really understand, and it's part of the conversation for our plans at the foundation for 2020 as to how to really address those needs instead of just throwing something at it and hoping that something sticks. I felt very personally welcomed, and I pretty much always get emotional when I talk about Compassion Week, and especially when I see Jan and Nadine and Kathy and Steve and Dave and everybody who's here. Every time I talk about it. So it's had very, very personal ripples for me as well. And the goal of expanding Compassion Week and inviting other partners really is a huge risk, because it's something that is so valued by this congregation, and I know that so many of you have participated in so many ways and given so generously over the years. There were 2,000 volunteers last year. There were over 3,000 volunteers this year. And you don't make that kind of exponential leap without going big and bold. So congratulations. I really feel Compassion Week is going to continue to grow and be a shining example of mission and faith in action. And we're going to continue to support this amazing program, and I really hope you will too. Thank you so much.